Brian here, posting my first ever YouTube video. Reason I'm posting is because I was doing a project and I ran into a couple of problems and I thought it might help you out there. I have been following Grant Thompson, the King of Random, for quite some time and found his videos quite useful. One of the more recent projects that I've done of his has been the charcoal mini metal foundry. And I loved the idea behind it, and it works very well. The one thing I ran into was I kept having to refill the charcoal and pull out the old ash, and if something fell in, pull out old metal. That was a problem for me, so I went with one of his more recent videos that was instructions on how to build your own gas blaster propane torch. And it's turned out pretty well based on his instructions. A couple of things that he forgot to mention were for the M5 by 0.8 tap, you need to find very, very specific screws in the metric section at Lowe's or Home Depot. You might have figured that out already, but it took me a while. That might have been my fault. The other thing he forgets to mention is that the pipe that you need is 3/4 inch. So you need a 3/4 inch by 1.5 inch reducer coupling, which I found very difficult to find. Could not find it at a Lowe's or a Home Depot, Walmart, True Value, Ace, or any of these hardware stores nearby. I actually had to go online and order one specifically, which it wasn't that expensive. It cost me about $8, shipping included. So not that bad. And he also says you need to print out his template, or recommends it at the very least. And I found that to be untrue. I simply just took a permanent marker and marked the end of my pipe nipple and then pressed it onto a tuna can lid, swiveled it around in a circle, and then cut from there, and it works pretty well. I do recommend that you bend it into kind of a bowl shape so as to eliminate airflow except for where you need it. So my project has gone very well up until the point where I needed to connect the entire assembly, hose included, to the propane tank. I chose to go with the universal propane regulator that I found at Lowe's, about $12 or $13. Unfortunately, these are made for propane grills. So they reduce your pressure from what is supposed to be a metal melting torch to the same pressure you would get from a propane grill. So it's like a candle flame. It's really not anything impressive. You cannot melt metal with this. So you really do need to find a way to purchase your own pressure regulator, press-to-light valve, pressure gauge, and I think it's a 1/4 inch by 3/8 inch flare fitting. He has his instructions in his video. That's really the only way to go, and I haven't been able to find them yet. I think I need to go to a specialty store in order to find them, because I cannot find them anywhere else. So up until this point, I've had virtually no problems with it. I do recommend that if you are going to drill and tap your own holes, that you use a drill press. I did my own and they're a little bit off. It's very doable, it's just I recommend that you actually use a drill press, because I don't actually trust how stable mine is. I'm gonna take that risk on myself, but do what you will. For now, I figure I'm going to work on making my new foundry itself, because my old foundry, the refractory lining is cracking a great deal and I don't trust it at all. So I hope to keep you all updated, and good luck with your projects and have fun. I'll try to answer questions if you have any.